Join me as we explore Princess Cruises' Sky Princess. Find out what's good, what's bad, and all the key features. I'm Gary Bembridge. This is another of my tips for travelers. I'm here on board Sky Princess, the ship which entered service in October 2019. I actually am recording this on the shakedown cruise, so the ship has literally just come out of the shipyard, and I have been exploring the ship, and I'm going to show you everything and talk about everything you absolutely need to know about this royal class ship. Sky Princess came into service in October 2019. It carries 3,660 guests, has just over 1,300 crew. There's 19 decks in total, including those for the crew. It's part of the royal class type of ships, and so some of the ships include obviously the Sky Princess, the Regal Princess, the Majestic Princess, and Enchanted Princess, which enters in 2020. It was built from the ground up with Princess Cruises' wearable technology, the Ocean Medallion. So the whole ship was built with that technology from the very beginning. So it was the first ship in the Princess fleet to be built with that technology from the ground up. Like all Princess ships, one of the big features of the ship is the Atrium, and this covers 3 decks, decks 5, 6, and 7. And actually you could spend your whole cruise actually in the Atrium and never moving, because you can eat there, you can be entertained there, you can exercise there, you can shop there. Pretty much everything you want to do is in the Atrium. So let's take a little look in more depth at the Atrium. On deck 5 you have a couple of really important and classic Princess features. So you have the International Cafe, which is open 24 hours a day. You also have a couple of really important bars here. So you have Vines, which is the wine bar, which is extremely popular, particularly in the evenings. You also have Bellini's, which is a great bar for meeting up during the day, great cocktails. Of course, there's a little shop there called Celebrations, and one of the big and popular features is a gelato shop right down there on deck 5. Also down there on deck 5 you'll have a couple of the big activities taking place. Also down here you'll have live music during the evening, and also in here you'll have some exercise. So for example, line dancing classes or even Zumba classes will take place down there on deck 5. If you move up to deck 6, there's a whole bunch of other stuff up there to keep you busy. So you've got the photographic center where you can buy obviously the photographs taken on board or photographic equipment. There's another bar up there called Good Spirits, which has a great view across the Atrium. If you head up to the next level, which is deck 7, you have lots of opportunities to eat here. 2 of the specialty dining restaurants, these do have an extra charge, are up here, and these are really seafood facing. You have the Ocean Terrace Seafood Bar, which is the sushi restaurant, which does have a small charge to it, and then you have the other seafood restaurant, which is called Bistro sur la Mer. If you're still looking for something else to eat, there's Alfredo's up here, which is their pizza restaurant. That is included within the fare. And then if you still want something to do in the Atrium, you then have the shops of Princess here. There's one set of shops up here. There's some shops at another section within the ship. So as you can see, you can pretty much spend your whole cruise being entertained, eating, exercising, and dining and shopping right here in the heart of the ship. That's enough about the Atrium, which is one of the classic Princess places on board. Why don't we move up right up to the top of the ship and explore what's on offer up there. So let's start by taking a look at deck 16. This is known as the Lido deck, and here you have a huge amount of places to eat and lots of recreation opportunities. Being the Lido deck, you have the big major swimming pools here. There's hot tubs here, and it does feel really, really open, and it's a very welcoming space. Also up here just by the pools are the sea view walks. These are glass panels which those of you who have a good head for heights can take a walk along. Really, really popular. It's quite fun actually watching people being a little bit nervous about walking on those. Also up on deck 16 you have the informal dining, the buffet dining, and this is sort of split into 2 sections. So you have the Horizon Bistro and you have the World Fresh Marketplace. Really big space, lots of different stations, and the usual big selection of self-service breakfast, lunches, and dinner. You can also head out towards the back of the ship, and there's another bar there and another swimming pool out there, and this is the wave view, a great little swimming pool looking out across the wake of the ship as you sail, and a really nice bar. This is a great place, particularly for sailaways. I really love this spot. Around the swimming pool on the Lido deck, there are a couple of dining options which are also included within the fare, again more informal. So you have the Salty Dog Grill, really popular. That's where you're going to get your hamburgers and fries. Just next to that you have the Slice Pizzeria. There's a couple of bars actually on the Lido deck around the swimming pool. Now above the Lido deck is some more open spaces and more recreation opportunities. So let's go and take a look at deck 17. So up on deck 17 there is a couple of really interesting spaces. You have the Movie Under the Stars screen. So this is a big innovation, although a lot of the other cruise lines now have this, which is the big screen where they'll show movies or concerts during the day and into the evening. So that big screen is up there. You also have in the front of the ship, towards the forward part of the ship, another swimming pool. So this is the third set of swimming pools, and this is the retreat pool. So this is an adults only pool. It's a really nice, calm, quiet space. At the rear of the deck you then have the fitness center. It's a huge, big fitness area which then will also run classes. So it also has a couple of exercise rooms as well as huge amounts of gym equipment to work out on, and of course cardio machines. Also up here on deck 17 are the kids clubs, and they're split into different kids clubs by ages. So that is also included within the fare. So access to the fitness center, the retreat swimming pool, that is all included within the fare. If you head up another deck, up to deck 18, there's a couple of really great things. First of all, in the front of the ship is a very beautiful space called the Sanctuary. Now this you do have to pay a fee to go to. It's a really calm, quiet space where you can hire little areas where you can sit and relax and be pampered, and it's a really beautiful, calm, great space, and it has a hot tub in there. At the rear of the ship on deck 18, if you want more recreation and exercise, you have some of the sports activities. So you have a running track, which is actually really, really popular. Particularly on sea days, you'll have a lot of people running around there. There's also a sports court where you can play various games. And even above that, you have a little crazy golf area as well. So really deck 18 is a big recreation area. So on the top of the ship, deck 16, 17 and 18 really is focused around recreation. I'd like to talk now and explore some of the entertainment options on board. There's a very large casino on board the ship, which is a smoking on most evenings, although only parts of it are smoking, but it is a smoking area with lots of machines and of course tables. You can also, through the Ocean Medallion app and also on your television in your cabin, you can also gamble sort of more virtually as well. Behind that you then have the very large Princess Theatre. Now in the Princess Theatre you have obviously the Princess cast who perform various shows, and on Sky Princess they have debuted some new shows, including one called Rock Opera, which is a mash of very avant-garde costumes and sort of classic rock. But there's a whole lot of different production shows coming in there. Very big, beautiful theatre. You also have, in terms of entertainment, Princess Live. Now this used to be a really enclosed space. It's now much more open, and this is where you have lots of trivia, bingo, and different sort of game show formats. Close by Princess Live is the Princess Live Cafe, which is a great, if you want to grab a drink or a coffee or a tea, if you're heading into some of that entertainment in the Princess Live Lounge. Just behind Princess Live is what's known as the Vista Lounge, and in here you'll have live music, a bit of dancing, and this is a late night venue, and it's another classic Princess feature, the Vista Lounge, although it's very different to other ships that I've been on. So what are the dining options do you have available to you? I've already mentioned a couple around the Atrium and up on the Lido deck. There are some other options. Now obviously you have the big classic traditional dining rooms, and on board Princess you have some which are dedicated to fixed dining times and one which is dedicated to sort of anytime dining. So these are very traditional, classic, beautiful dining rooms that you would expect across Princess ships. So they still have those. So and they're all included within the fare. So if you want set dining or anytime dining, and of course you opt into that as you make your booking for your Sky Princess cruise. In terms of specialty dining, there are another two real Princess classic specialty dining options. The first of those is Crown Grill, which is their steakhouse. This is probably one of the most famous of all of the Princess restaurants, and it's top-notch and very beautiful on Sky Princess with really great steaks. and of course there's a surcharge for that. Then there's Sabatini's, which is the Italian restaurant, another classic with Princess, and this is on Sky Princess. Had a great Italian food in there, really liked the Italian food within there. In terms of cabin types, there's a huge range of cabins. One of the big innovations on board Sky Princess is the launch of Sky Suites. These are vast cabins. They have 2 bedrooms, lounge area, dining area, and massive big balconies. Certainly at the time of recording, they were the largest balconies at sea, apparently. So there's 2 of those, really popular, and actually get sold out really quickly. Then of course you have suites, mini suites, ocean view. I was staying in a balcony cabin, which is what the bulk of the cabins on board are. So it's a nice little cozy cabin, incredible comfy princess beds, really nice balcony, good sized balcony, a good sized bathroom. The only downside of the bathroom from my perspective is it has shower curtains, and I like glass doors versus shower curtains. It's just a little quirk that I have, but I really like the cabin. Lots of plugs, USB plugs, and again, as I said, that smart technology which the door opens for you. In terms of other facilities, you have the usual things you would expect on board. So you have, of course, the Lotus Spa, a very large spa with all the usual treatments you would expect. You have a medical center, as you would expect. You have a future sales, guest services. So all the normal things that you would expect on board a cruise ship are there as well as you need them. For me, Sky Princess is a great evolution of the Royal class of ships. Having been on some of the others like Royal Princess, I felt the ship was more modern, it felt more contemporary. The spaces certainly felt much more open than many of the other ships, which I felt were probably a little bit more enclosed. So I really like the big changes to this. It feels a little bit more contemporary, it feels a little bit more modern. So I think they've done a really great job with the ship. Sky Princess, it's a contemporary ship. It's of course quite a big ship, 3,660 passengers. Really like what they've done with it, and definitely it's a ship I had a great cruise on. I have many more videos about Princess cruises and cruising in general. So if you enjoyed this video, why don't you watch another one of those right now?